Hey there, this is Daryl Olson from the Jackson Fishing Team, and our next fly in our series for Conway, New Hampshire, the Saco River, the Androscoggin, or Ellis Creek River, who knows where up there. But we're going to tie a midge. It's going to be really kind of hard to see, and but it's what it is. It's going to be on a size 20 hook. I apologize for that on there, but the materials, we're going to jump right into that. The materials that I'm going to need are going to be Peacock Herl, some Peacock Herls for the head, some gray thread. I'm using some really fine thread, but you can get by with 70 denier or 8/0, and you're going to need some dubbing of a mink, and I don't have any in a package, so we're just going to go ahead and use a little dubbing rake, and I'm going to see if I can do it up here, but I'm going to and it's going to give me some of this fine dubbing right in there like that. And I'm just going to put it down here and create some dubbing. I'm getting quite a bit there, you can see. That's probably more than what I need, but I'll dig up a little bit more. Never know. On there, a little bit more. All right, I think that's enough for that. And why don't we go ahead and we'll get the tying. All right. All right, this is the fly I'm tying. It's the gray Midge Nymph. We had just showing you how to get some dubbing material off that muskrat skin, and I just got done tying a few of these in a size 20, and I thought that was a little bit too small, so I went to the bigger range of a 16. You can tie this down as far as a 24, but I didn't think you'd be able to see it at that rate, and then the size 20 was pretty darn small, and the 16 looks pretty small, but this is it. We're going to go ahead and give it a tie, and I'll explain materials as I go along. The hook I'm going to use is actually from Green Caddis Outfitters. It's a size 16 on this. The size 20 I tied was on an Umpqua U102. Pretty small. And these are just as small as well. These are already barbless, so I don't have to but there you go. That's small, and it was even looked like it was 100 miles away when I was tying it on at 20. But anyway, here we go. We're going to use, I'm using some 16/0 gray, but you could use 70 denier or 8/0 gray thread if you want. If you don't have gray, you probably get by with black. And we'll start this an eye width behind, kind of break off the excess, and take this back to where the point of the hook is. Now I'm going to turn this upside down so I can watch where my thing is. And here's our dubbing, and there's a lot of guard hairs in here. I'm just going to take a section here, and then I'm going to try to pull out some of the guard hairs, or I might try to pull them after I've got them on there. The object is try not to have a buggy body, but I don't know if the fish would care. There's another guard here, there. And I'm going to start my wrap back here and work my way to the eye of the hook, but I see I've got a few more guard hairs. Try to get my tweezers and maybe pluck them out, or there, and I could use a little bit more dubbing. And again, try to get rid of some of these guard hairs. Put that a little bit down. I'm going to take a couple pieces of Peacock Herl. For the head. Cut off some of the brittle ends. And then I'm going to wrap up towards the eye of the hook for the head. Try to make it almost as thick as the body is at that point, or thicker. And then I'm going to tie that off. Little glue and whip finish. Drop my glue cap, but I'll pick it up. Give it a 4 or 5 turn whip finish. And there we have it, a really little fly. Maybe I'll trim some of this with the scissors here. there we have it. It's gray midge nymph, and it's going to be a great thing for when the sun's hot out there and things like that. All right. Well, I hope you found that interesting, and that you'll try tying on these little size 20s or 16s and 18 size hooks. Sometimes that's what those big fish want, and you can maybe even entice them to bite. All right, I'm Daryl. We'll see you on the water, and hope you give it a try. Don't be afraid of them small hooks now. Bye.